welcome to InSight. I'm Will Hale.
And I'm Rebecca Illig. Coming up in this week's show, we have pedestrian questions, a movie review, some news about the diabetes board, UT's diabetes board, and some sports.
So Rebecca, what did you do this weekend?
Well, I actually wrote a persuasive speech for my comm studies class, which took up way more time than I thought it would, so pretty much consumed my weekend.
Cool.
How about you, Will?
I went to Target and I got these awesome jeans. They
Very
are
nice.
Levi Strauss. Regular fit. I almost got the loose fit, but I decided on the regular.
What made you do that?
They're just, I like to be, a regular guy, and, so.
Gotcha.
And I think these are a lot sturdier than, American Eagle and stuff. These
I've always wanted some sturdy jeans.
Yeah, and these babies were $19.99. So, it doesn't matter what I do to them, So.
Very good.
Yeah. So, up next we have pedestrian questions. Malia's asking a question about if you could live anywhere, where would you live? Pedestrian questions.
So if you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be and why?
I would live in Los Alamos, New Mexico.
Well, I'd have to say I would go to some kind of island, probably in the South Pacific. And why? I don't know. It just seems like it'd be a place where I'd want to go. Maybe live a little bit more of a, like low-profile life. Just be able to wake up every day, maybe fish, lay out on the beach. I don't know. Just a more simple life would be pretty fun, I think. Just something to try different.
I'd live in Japan.
And why would you live in Japan?
Because it's the complete opposite of how we live here. I think it'd be really interesting to see what they live like over there.
And what ways is it different here than there?
The culture is very different. They're more about a group culture, where here we're more about the individual.
Probably in a larger city than Knoxville, just because I like things to do, but nothing too big.
Would you be able to go on and off the island?
Sure, why not? I'd still want to have contact with the rest of the world. It's just, that'd be a nice place to it seems like more of a retirement than just living there and being productive, but I don't know, it'd be fun.
The mountains there are beautiful, and there's no overcast like there is in Tennessee, specifically here. You can see clouds forming over the mountains. It's absolutely beautiful.
I actually want to live in Italy.
Oh, really? Why Italy?
I think it's really pretty and their food's really good. I just want to go somewhere else and experience something different than the same old stuff.
Well, there you have it. It looks like most students would not like to live in Knoxville, or this area for that matter. It looks like most of the people would rather live outside the country, like in Italy or Japan. Well, that's it for me on the pedestrian walkway. Now back to Rebecca and Will.
Thanks, Malia. Will, if you could live anywhere in the world, where would you live?
I think I'd live in Costa Rica. They have a nice climate. Their animal species are very diverse. They have some pretty good rafting down there, I think, and I think I could just do whatever I want to do. They're real laid back, You don't have to have a job. I could just grow tomatoes or something.
Sounds like a nice life. I think if I could live anywhere, I would live in Tuscany, because ever since I saw the movie Under the Tuscan Sun, that's been my dream place. Yeah.
And they have good pizza there, I hear. So.
That would be a good benefit too.
Well, up next, I'm doing a movie review on a movie I saw this weekend. This weekend, I watched the movie Into the Wild. It was first written by Jon Krakauer in a book called Into the Wild. And recently, Sean Penn wrote the screenplay and has directed the movie. It's about the life of Christopher McCandless, who graduates from college, goes out west, gets rid of all of his money, and he just, hikes around and hitchhikes. He hikes the Pacific Crest Trail, he kayaks into Mexico, he lives with these hippies for a little while, he works on a farm, but his ultimate goal is to move to Alaska and live in the wilderness by himself. At the end of the movie, the lesson is happiness is not real unless shared, and I thought that was a good message. But I'm sure this movie will be up for an Oscar, so keep an eye on that. I recommend to watch the movie. It's really good, but also check out the book, because I'm sure it's good. I haven't read it, but I'm gonna read it. So this is Will Hale, and I'll see you guys a little bit later on the road.
Thanks, Will. That looked like a really good movie. I'm going to have to go see it sometime.
Yeah, I totally recommend it. And you have a story about diabetes.
I
And I have a
do.
question about pronunciation.
All right.
Is it diabetes or diabetes? And you may not know, but the guy on the American Diabetes Association or something, he's got a mustache, kind of heavy set. He's on a horse with a cowboy hat, and he's like, diabetes, and he says diabetes.
I've never seen that.
Everybody thinks he's the guy on Walker, Texas Ranger, but he's not. He's the guy from Lassie from the early '90s.
Oh.
And it's really funny. John Goodman did an SNL skit one time where he's on a horse. He's pretending to be the guy. And
All
he's
right,
like,
well,
diabetes,
Is it all right if I do my story
Yeah,
now?
go ahead.
All
Do your
right.
story.
November is American Diabetes Month, and the University of Tennessee is taking part. The UT Diabetes Advocacy Board is hosting Diabetes Awareness Week. The board will sell ribbons and baked goods on the pedestrian walkway from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. this Thursday, November 8th. All the proceeds will benefit the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation. The UT Diabetes Advocacy Board is open to all UT students, staff, and faculty. The board's goal is to create a strong support system for diabetic students and to increase campus awareness. Diabetes is a disease that affects 20.8 million children and adults in the United States. The disease impairs the body from producing the proper amount of insulin. Doctors are unsure of the exact causes of diabetes, but it is known that obesity and lack of exercise are major contributors.
That was interesting, Rebecca. That's still a question of diabetes or diabetes.
We're going to have to look that up on the phonetic spelling, maybe on dictionary.com.
Maybe.
All right, now let's go to Cliff with sports.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Cliff Chartrand, and I'm here outside Thompson Bowling Arena, where the doors are open and basketball season is about to get into full swing as the Vols finish up their exhibition schedule in about an hour and a half against Lincoln Memorial, kick off the regular season this Friday. Basketball season is here, and get out here definitely. Support Bruce Pearl, Chris Lofton, and those guys, as well as the girls. Their season kicks off Sunday. TNJN will have complete previews for those two teams later this week. But now to the stuff that's already happened, and the Vols homecoming matchup with Louisiana Lafayette went about as well as planned, 59-7 in favor of Tennessee. Lots of guys getting in on the action. You can check out Austin Baird's in-game notebook from that game, as well as my excellent editing skills and Marshall's excellent photography along with that. And check out our top 25 as always. That'll be there. Not a change at the top. Ohio State's still number one, but getting a little bit tighter at number two after Boston College's loss. Definitely get on. Check that out. Check everything out we got on the site. We'll have players of the week, everything we usually have, as well as preview of the basketball season. That's all for me in the world of sports. Now back to Rebecca and Will to wrap things up for the night.
Thanks, Cliff, and thanks everybody for watching.
Good night and good luck.